super tech. His job's done for fun. He's a super tech. Never calls tech support. He's a super tech. His job's done for fun. He's a super tech. Never calls tech support. He's got the biggest SATA gauges hanging in his bag. He never has to use them calibrated hands. Dispatch sends him on a no heat call. He got to diagnose before he gets to the dome, cause he's a super tech. Yeah, super tech. Hey, he's a super tech. Gets his jobs done before fun. Yeah, he's a super tech. Never calls tech support. Yeah, he's a super tech. Gets his jobs done before fun. He's a super tech. Never calls tech support. He's never had a callback in about 10 years. He tells the rookies while they're pounding beers, I'm the one that gets the jobs done. I'm a super tech. Don't forget it, son. He's a super tech.
26.
Super tech. He's a super tech. He's a super tech. He's a super tech.
He's a super tech. What's up, everybody?
He's a super tech.
This is where I did the drums for Super Tech, right here.
He's never used a vacuum pump or nitrogen rig. Looking at you while he's smoking cigs. He gets in early, gets the boss's ear. Tells him he's the only one.
We're about ready to get started here. I need a drink of water. What's up? I can't see the comments yet, but I'm gonna try and get them on my iPad. Oh, you guys notice that? Oh, looking good tonight. 17K subscriber giveaway. Let's take a look at the goodies. Oh, look at that. This thing's built to last right here. Craig's done a really good job. AC Service Tech. I like his channel a ton for learning, and I like the Gray Furnace Man. Learn a lot on those channels. That's the instructions for the electric drums. We don't need that. We're not giving that away today. Maybe I'll start doing drum lessons on YouTube. That's a possibility. We'll see how this economy bounces back after all this. I do got one story before we get started. The great football coach Don Shula passed away today, 90 years old. The Dolphins. He was the Colts coach first, and they won the Super Bowl with Johnny Unitas. I was a peewee when that went down, but when he was the coach of the Dolphins is what I remember him for. I'll tell you my story about Don Shula. I was on a service call, that's right, refrigeration service call at Spanish Bay, and I was changing out the TXVs on the Perlick at the bar in Spanish Bay. It's the big golf course over there in Monterey. And sitting at the table right across where I could watch was Don Shula. And he was having lunch with his son, David Shula, and I think his wife, and some other people they were golfing with. And what was funny was, I've always been this goofy guy. So I'm doing my work, I'm keeping my head down, I'm trying to be polite. And I am starstruck, I'm a huge football fan. Played football in high school, and I always wanted to be Dwight Clark. And rest in peace, DC. I couldn't help myself. So I get my job basically done where it's on the vacuum pump. And I noticed the whole family had left, and Don's there paying the bill, Coach Shula. He's like one table from the bar. So I did it. I got up and my usual self, being goofy but polite. And I just went, hey, Coach, they stiffed you on the bill, huh? That guy laughed so hard. It was epic, man. It was NorCal Dave and Don Shula having a good laugh together. And that was probably in 2003, 2004. Maybe 2002. Somewhere in there between 2002 and 2004. It was epic. We were laughing, and then I carried on. I went out to the truck to get more stuff. And that's my Don Shula story. That was a good time. That was good. Those doing the TXVs on the Perlick suck. You got to drop the whole coil down. You know, just unscrew the whole coil is easiest. So we'll get ready to get this thing started. I got my iPad so I could look at everyone's comments. What we're going to do tonight is I got the finalists. You can't see the finalists, but they're on here. We're going to cut them off. We'll put them in the hat and draw them live. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 finalists. And out of those 6 finalists, we're going to have 1 winner. What did I work on today? Today was boiler maintenance at the day job. Air handler, boiler maintenance. I didn't have any NorCals today. I rode the motorcycle to work. And I really didn't get a ride in after work because... Let me turn that down a little bit. 6 feet, motherfucker. 6 feet, motherfucker. 6 feet, motherfuckers. Give me my 6 feet, motherfucker. I think that's probably my best song I've ever done. If you go on my Reverb Nation account, I redid the bass line with a different bass amp, and I got the drums more reggae in it. So it sounds a lot better on the Reverb Nation than it does on the video. Trust me. I still don't know how to mix a song down if my life depended on it, but I'm working on it. And let's see, I got my scissors, I got the hat, I got the paper. Tomorrow is Cinco de Drinko. I will be in the purple suit tomorrow on Instagram. And I don't remember Sonia's handle on Instagram. Go to my Instagram tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Rasta One Kicker. And I think the ladies are going to try and show you how to make a michelada. It's a friend I met riding motorcycles that lives in Arizona. And I think they're going to show you how to make micheladas on Instagram. And I think they're going to ask me a few questions. They asked if I'd wear the purple suit, and I said, yeah. I like to wear this out at the motorcycle rides. It's comfortable. It's like Hefner, man. You're in your pajamas. How are we doing on time? A little early. I'm a little early, but that's okay. You guys are in for the early content. Get the early content. Let's you all need to play along. Come on and give me 6 feet, motherfuckers. Come on, dance around the house, everybody. 6 feet, motherfuckers. Sorry if the kids are listening. My apologies. Give me 6 feet, motherfuckers. Give me 6 feet, motherfuckers. Give me 6 feet, motherfuckers. Sing along, y'all. Sing along, y'all. Motherfuckers. Give me 6 feet, motherfuckers. Oh, that's some good reggae guitar I did right there. It's like a 4-square pattern with 2 fingers. Anyone who plays guitar, I'm not a guitar player. 6 feet, motherfuckers. 6 feet, motherfuckers. I record most of those songs probably in about 35 to 45 minutes, and I try to do them all in one take. I really don't have time to be recording music all the time, and my music theory is terrible, so I don't put a whole lot of time into them. But let's see if, I wanted to try this here. I wanted to see if I could get to everyone's comments. I got my iPad while we're talking to you. Let's see if I can get on to my channel live. Hey, I can see myself. That's freaky. Hey, I can see myself. That's all right. Freaky. Give me a sec to catch up on the comments. All right. And I will. Give me a sec to catch up on the comments. Oh, you guys can't see my head. Good thing we started early. Hey. I'll turn the volume down so you don't get the feedback. Sorry about that. There, is that better on the volume so you don't get the feedback? My bad. There it is. Hey, that's why we started early. Hey, everybody. There, that's better. Buffalo Cowboy. Yeah, move the camera up a pinch. Jameson Ashbury. It's a great song. Oh, Shannon's all 6 ball. Hey, Shannon. Did you make the Did Shannon make the finals? Oh, stay tuned. Stay tuned, everybody. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Oh, stay tuned. Oh, you like the jacket. Hey, there's Bob Marley. Am I doing that over the right shoulder? Yeah. My buddy Louis Zimmerman did that for me probably 1988 as a Christmas present with these pastels. He's a really good artist. He went to San Luis Obispo, Cal Poly. I went to work. He went to college. And he sang in a band. We used to be in this 80s band. In high school, we had a band, of course. I was the drummer. It was called Off the Top, surfing maneuver. And we did 80 songs like The Cure and what else? Oh God, what else did we play? I think we did a U2 song, The Cure, all that 80s stuff. We had a really good keyboard players. I don't know if Jason's watching. Jason Lara was our keyboard player. Lewis was the singer. Kurt Freitas was the guitar player. Oh, we did the Cult though. Hey, you know what? We did She Sells Sanctuary. That was probably the best song we played, too. I love that band, The Cult. That guy, Ian, the British singer. Oh, I love that band. You guys like that band? Oh, Fly Eagles Fly, you back to work today. Did you get your condenser changed out? I read your comment, man. Yeah. It's, this trade's great. You know what's cool about HVAC is? You get a sense of self-worth at the end of the day because you go around everywhere fixing stuff. Whether it's for a restaurant or someone's home air conditioner or their heater. And I don't know about you guys, but you get days where you don't fix stuff. That's when your attitude changes and you get cranky and grumpy. And, probably hard for your spouse or your partner to understand. Why are you in such a weird mood? And sometimes we don't like to talk about it because we felt like we got defeated at work. And but when we have good days, we feel real good. And that's what's so great about this trade. It's really good. How many of you guys work union out there? I was lucky enough, I started non-union, then I got in the union. My day job is still union, but I'm in a secretary's union because it's a state job. That's how I'm able to do my side business now. Because when you're in a trades union, you can't have a contractor's license. But when you're in a secretary's union, you can. So local 516. I was Sheet Metal Workers 104 out of San Francisco. So I just got the letter saying that, God, did you guys get this letter yet from your pension? I can't remember the right terminology. But the pension's in crisis mode. If you're retired, you're fine. And then I got the letter that it's in crisis mode or some terminology like that. Steam Fitters 420. Yeah, we got the letter. I think we're only 60% liquid. By law, they have to send a letter out saying that it's whatever the terminology is. I got the letter in the house. But it doesn't mean it's taking a crap yet. If we can get things rolling again, it'll come right back. It always does. Oh, look at that. What do you guys think about that? The old NorCal coffee tumbler. There might be a couple of these lurking for somebody out there one day. Probably sooner than later. The NorCal coffee tumbler. Yeah, a touch of ADD. Did you make the finals? Stay tuned. Oh, maybe. Hang in there. We have to go through that and then chop it up, put it in. Where did I put the hat? Well, there's the hat. This is my favorite hat. BMC Motorcycles, Big Mike's Choppers. He made the seat for my bike. They make the fairings too, and all kinds of other parts. If you guys have Harley Davidsons, especially if you guys that got the Dyna models or the FXRs, They make foot pegs. They make some really cool stuff in the bikes. There's BMC motorcycles right there. Just put the hat on. I'm not really a hat wearer, but anything's possible for summertime. Can you guys hear me okay? Am my voice coming in good? Stoner H.V.A.C. Tech Community. I just planted 4 plants. My neighbors gave me 2 of the wedding cake, 1 of the jet fuel gelatos, and 1 that's called Ass Number 1. So around October, we'll have to check in and see how we did. Yeah, okay. What's the NorCal tip of the day? That's a great question. Did I have any tips of the day today? No. What did I work on? Just boiler maintenance. I did boiler maintenance today and air handler maintenance at the day job. NorCal was skunked. Even though we're picking up on the weather, it's getting warm. Get some grape soda. All right, let me go back to the beginning of the comments, see if I can get caught up with everybody. Hey, Dave, blah, 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 blah. Let's get the party started. Ziki's in the house. The purple suit rocks. Buck Nasty. Buck Nasty wants his suit coat back. Oh, you guys are awesome. Hey, I do really want to thank everybody for watching my videos and coming along for the comedy and the fun. I hope I shared some knowledge out there. 17,000 subscribers. That's pretty amazing for me. I'm not a super big channel, and my channel hasn't really made a lot of money. I've probably given away as much as I've made with all the DL429s I've given away, and what else have I given away over the years? All kinds of fun stuff. I just have a fun time with it. I'll be honest with you guys, and I'm sure it's public knowledge, but I do between $5,000 and $6,000 a year on YouTube. That's it. Some guys do that a month. I'm serious. Some channels are doing that in a month. I don't. But it's probably my own fault. I film everything with my iPhone, and I use iMovie to edit everything on my phone. Like Sunday, here's a great example. On Sunday, I did that walk and box call with the H10, and I filmed everything and did everything. And then I screen videoed that commercial from Mr. Cool, because I saw it on Instagram. I thought it was funny as hell. I don't get sponsored by them. I just put it on the video because I thought that was funny as shit. That was a good advertisement. Kind of looked like Evil Knievel too. He's a window unit. You're ugly. And they run it over with the car. Oh man. So on the iPhone you can film your screenshot. So I filmed the screenshot, edited it, put it at the beginning, put my starting, and then when I got done with that job in the parking lot when I was printing up my invoice, I edited the whole movie. There was a lot more content to that video, but it already came out to 20 minutes. That was probably one of the longest videos I've published in a long time. Because somewhere's back down the road, someone told me, oh, you want your videos to be 5 minutes. 5 minutes is the sweet spot. And that's probably why I haven't made a lot of money on YouTube, because my videos are so short. If you guys are going to get into YouTube, if you make a 10-minute video, then you can place the ads in the video if you use a laptop. Since I wasn't using a laptop, I couldn't place those videos. Now I've learned to go back. I can film, edit, and publish from my phone. Then, if I keep it unlisted, I could go back to YouTube, edit with the laptop, and add more things in there, and then publish after that. And I wasn't doing that. So, anyways, that video, I had it all edited and finished in the parking lot before I left the job. Because I could do it that fast on my phone. You hear all these stories of guys, I spend hours. I spend hours on my computer every night making these videos, Ira. And I don't. I got a wife and 2 kids and 2 jobs. I don't have time to be sitting at a computer, so I do it all on my phone. And the iPhone's amazing. Need more cowbell. The cowbell's electronic. I don't have an amplifier with this. I play for you guys. Shit. Alright, so we're like 8 minutes away from starting the real party. So at 6 o'clock, I won't be able to read the comments because I'll go on here and I'll go back to the old video, to the old comments, and I wrote down the ones that made the finals. And I'll read their comments to you and why I picked them. I will say this. Well, let's save it. Let's save it. And then we'll cut them up. We'll put them in the hat. We'll toss them around. And we'll pick the winner. And then I'll mail out the material to whoever the winner is. We got like 8 or 9 minutes if you guys want to ask me a question about anything. I'm looking at the comments right here. See the delay? It's like a kung fu movie. You want to fight? Fight me. Yeah, like it's like this. It's like this. Hey, you want to fight? Fight me. Ah. All right. How? Hey, where you get the sweet, quiet? Where did I get the sweet, dry, quiet, drunken? That's a KT4 electronic drum set. I don't even know if they make them anymore. Amazon for that one. I got it because DW was doing all the KT cat percussion stuff. And there's actually recorded DW kits on this kit. Still electronic, so it's funky, but not bad. Not bad for the price. Not bad. They're not mesh heads. It's all rubber heads. It's all the new electronic drum kits have mesh drum heads. But the brain for this unit's pretty good. If you can find the brain on what's it called? It's a Cat KT4 brain. You can plug other drums into it. It has some decent sounds into it. TXV build kits, yes or no? Yeah. I like the Sporlan build kits. I think that's how they make most of my valves at the parts house nowadays anyways. They'll just go over and build it up. I do like the Danfoss flare valves to get me out of a pickle that take the little orifice. I think it was in drawer number 1 in my drawer videos. The shop I had worked for in town here had always used those Danfoss valves. The only time I'd get a failure on those is if we installed it wrong and the cap tube broke. Those things are just bulletproof. You just change the cartridge out. It's really good TXVs. The sweat ones, The Danfoss sweat TXVs, I don't know, man. Sporlan's like the standard. I hate the Emerson valves. It used to be the Alco valves, now it's Emerson. Stay away from those. Felipe could tell you that. I think Felipe's had problems with those valves too. I've had a ton of problems with those Emerson TXVs. I told the parts house, don't sell them to me anymore. So you'll see on my coil builds, it'll always be Sporlan. And then for repairs, I'll use the Danfoss. That's because the parts house they don't stock they don't stock the Danfoss. Yo, whatever happened to Jim Petinato? I called Jim not too long ago. He's working. That guy's still in the field working and doing it. As far as I know, as of a few months ago, I had called him, and he's still out working. That was a fact as of a couple months ago. So, great mechanic. He reminds me of the guys that taught me. Highly recommend his channel too. You learn a lot watching his videos if you do refrigeration. And he's got air conditioning videos too. Fly Eagles Fly's got my back, dude. Smash that like button. Yeah, hit that like button if you're into it. Yeah, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you for all you Star Wars heads. I'll give you guys a Star Wars story. 1977, the stepdad took us all to go see Star Wars at the big movie theater. We had to wait in line, and we waited in line. And I had no idea what the movie was about. It was just one of those things, hey, we're going to the movies. You know, it was me and my sister. This is before my youngest sister was born. So it was me, my sister, my mom, and my stepfather. It was, hey, we're going to the movies. Whatever, you know, you did your thing. Go to the movies. Wait. What's the movie about? I'm not going to tell you. Okay, cool. Star Wars, whatever. Yeah, Star Wars. I had no idea. Went in there and watched it. Absolutely I was 10 years old, life changing. Yeah, I was 10 years old in 77. Absolutely life changing. Blown away. Yeah, that was cool. That was really cool. Ivan's still out working. Attaboy, Ivan. Well, hello, man. Hope you get caught up, and we're still on the air when you get done with all your service calls. Um, Star Wars at the Van Nuys Drive-In Theater. Yeah, Casey. People actually stood in line back then. Yeah, we did. And the beer had the pull tabs. The old man would drink those Oli's, Olympias, I think it was. Was that Oli? With the pull tab. It had the horseshoe. Was that Olympia? It had the horseshoe on the can? I remember those. We used to steal the weed out of this frisbee. He had this frisbee on top of the cabinet, so you always have like crappy shake weed. And this is when I was like 6th grade. We'd go up there and steal it and roll a couple joints and go to school. It was hilarious. The dude worked swing shifts, so he'd always be asleep in the morning. So we always had a doobie, a little pregame warm up before school when we were kids. How sad is that? Babies of the 70s. I was born in 67, so that's the shit we would do in the 70s. I think I was, yeah, probably 6th grade. 6th grade we started doing that. Oh, terrible. How could I even do HVAC thinking about it now? It's probably why I don't smoke now. Probably smoked enough for everybody for like 2 lifetimes. Ray Ray's got an old Budweiser can, pull tab. 20 hours and it's only Monday. Was on call this weekend. Anthony, that's what I used to get. I used to get 20 hours of overtime on the weekends when I worked for the shop in town all the time. It's a great trade. Great. I mean, I work at a university and I sit there and sometimes wonder, these kids are going into debt to go to school, and we need smart people for the future. I get that. But I sit there and think, gosh, in 4 years, you'd be vested in your retirement. If you did your apprenticeship, you got any trade unions, whether you're an electrician or a plumber or an HVAC guy, pipe fitter, and in 4 years, you'd turn out, be a journeyman, and be vested in your retirement. Makes 5 years. 5 years vested for sheet metal workers now. And I wonder about that sometimes. One guy tried to tip him with some herbs. I had a buddy that was an Uber driver. He had so much weed from tips. This is years ago. He was an Uber driver in San Francisco. He just had this giant stash of garbage from tips. He made good money, dude. I guess those guys are hurting right now. That sucks. Bong hits, wake and bake, yep. I bought a power hitter at the county fair, 1978. Was it 78 or 79? And the power hitter was this plastic, it looked like a plastic little bottle, had a screw top, and this little spout that came out. When you screwed the top off, it had this metal piece that went down and you put your joint in it. It would hold the joint. So you'd light the joint, screw it back on, and it had a carburetor on the side. And you could squeeze it and suck. You could... Or you could just squeeze it, smoke would come out, and the whole deal. And my parents knew I bought it, and they didn't even trip. Good times. Oh, man. Oh, it's officially 6 o'clock. Let's get the party started. Should I cue up some more music? Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Days and I'm out of work. I got nothing to do. My Gonna get it down at the beach, girl. Just me and you. I'm on coronation. We're on coronation, baby. Oh, you guys know that was funny as shit. How about the little time signature I put in there when he talks about getting his unemployment and I slow it all down? Nothing better to do. Government took my job. Whoa, we can hang out at the beach, girl, all day long. I'm on you, you on me. Coronation. This part right here, this was genius.
I'm getting 900 a week on unemployment, baby. I don't think I'll ever go back to work. Hey, let's get a six-pack.
And do some coronation.
Coronation.
That part right there was absolutely genius. I recorded the drums first for that song. And I had it all planned out in my head, and it actually worked. I can't believe it. So I recorded the whole drum track with the guitar, you know, humming the guitar lick in my head. Down, 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 down. Anyways, hey, welcome to the 17,000 subscriber giveaway of AC service techs, refrigeration, service, and charging procedures. This book is the shiz nizzle. You also get, the lucky winner tonight gets the 3 reference cards, and they're really cool. I'm going to actually keep those in my truck. I added another set too. And the workbook. You can test yourself and see how smart you are. I know I promised you guys I would do the workbook, but I just haven't had time. That workbook's legit. That's like a real test, man. That's legit. It's going to be a while. Let me come back over here on the iPad so I can read some comments. We're getting the show super duper started here. Did I kill some? Oh yeah, let me kill the volume. Did I kill some? We'll kill the volume so we don't get feedback. All right. Awesome stuff from Craig. That's right, Greg. He pulled out the switchfoot fakie on the beat on that one. Yeah, no kidding. Oh yeah, NorCal Dave's got the complete attire. I got the pants going too. I got the whole suit on. If you saw my video where we broke the world's record for the Guinness Book of World Records for the Bring It Home parade in October, longest parade of Harley Davidson motorcycles, I'm wearing the suit. There's a couple videos up. You can go back and check. Adam Sandoval and he has this. It's a really cool guy. Has a YouTube channel called, I think it's Adam Sandoval Rides. And he rode his motorcycle to every Harley Davidson dealership in the United States to raise money for veterans. And he raised a lot of money. And then off that, Guinness Book of World Record was being held by the country of Greece. I think they raised over $50,000 for motorcycle missions, which is another charity. And you could look up motorcycle missions on the internet. And she does motorcycle builds with people that suffer from PTSD, veterans and first responders, and it's really cool. So that was really nice. If you guys get it, I'll give them a shout out because it was just really cool. I don't really do cool stuff like that, but I try to help out where I can. I had the purple suit on. That's where my story was going. So I had the purple suit on for that. I wore the purple suit at 2 El Diablo runs. I wore it on the Oregon run. I wore it. Oh, I did all this. I did my karaoke last year at the Sierra Stakeout. That was cool. That was a fun ride. All that shit's canceled this year. I don't even think about it. Anyways, just upgraded my Piglet to a Harley Road King. Going to do some runs in the future. Oh, Road Kings are nice, man. I almost bought a Road King instead of the Lowrider S. But I should turn the camera. I gotta pull my bike down my driveway every day. This hill, the van's there. Anyways, it's in one of my videos. So getting a 800-pound or 900-pound motorcycle is out of the question for me. 600 is plenty. And yes, I've almost dropped it, backing it out of the frickin' driveway. I'm not gonna lie. Twice. I saved that son of a bitch. Took all my muscles, dude. All two of my muscles. But I saved it twice. 404 Refrigeration, you've done lots to help people, Dave. I think about all the young techs that you've watched your channel. Well, thank you. All right, so I'm going to get away from... Oh, Dave, come back. Come back, Dave. Dave, what happened to Dave? Oh, okay, I'm back. I dropped the camera, everybody. Sorry about that. Hey, did you guys see those satellites last night on the West Coast? About 9:20 last night, that the Elon Musk satellite train, it had went by, and it was super cool. We were all out there watching it. And they had good spacing, and then satellites would go by. I don't know if any of you guys caught that. That was cool. I've fallen and can't get up. I love it. All right, let me go to the giveaway video so I can read you guys some of the comments. I think I could do this. Oh yeah, this is happening. There's your Blue On commercial. You guys love that one. All right, so here's how it's going to go down tonight. Let's get to the meat of the potatoes. I have picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I picked 7 finalists that we're gonna. I'll show you their names. We'll cut it off the paper. We'll put it in the hat, and then we'll pick the winner. Fair enough for everybody? But I want to read you their comments if I can find them. Now, this is going to take a little sec. All right, here we go. Let's just get to it. The first qualifier for the contest was Ruben Mendez. Ah! Let's see what Ruben said. Bear with me. There's 150 replies, which is really nice. But I should have wrote them down on here. I just didn't have time. I figured I could go through the... Oh, I know how to do this. I figured I would just go through the comments on my iPad and show you guys. So Ruben says, I have been in HVAC for about 4 years now, and I've been a tech for 1. I love it and just have a need to learn all I can. Never had a chance to go to school, but was taught in the field by my best friend's father, who is like my own. Now he is retired. I could really use these. I aim to make him proud. All right, so Ruben's a finalist. I didn't go to trade school either. I got hired by a shop, and then we did the RSCS classes. And then we took the CM test exam, which studying for that was 2 nights a week. We did the study course. Everything else I learned in the field, and I learned from the old timers that were just amazing technicians. Okay, Ruben, you're in the finals. Next, finalist, Mick O'Neill. Let's find Mick's comments. Mick O'Neill. Hey, Dave. All the way from Dublin, Ireland. First time commenter. Been watching your videos for a while. Love the technical aspect fused with your laid-back humor. Well, that's a no-brainer. I was going to be a winner right there. He just pulled right on the old heartstrings. We're all struggling over on this side of the pond too. Everywhere is locked down. Been in the game 24-ish years, self-employed for 13. Worrying times, but we'll all get through it if we stick together. Every day is a school day. You should check out the waves off the west coast of Ireland. Oh boy, would I. Keep up your good work, Sir Mick. Yeah, the west coast of Ireland. What's that place called? Meglamore? Big, giant left barrel towing. Probably a bit out of my league. If I was younger, even if I was younger, I probably wouldn't mess with that wave. You guys could look that up on YouTube. That thing is like Mavericks left that barrels. It's like Chopu. It's freaking gnarly. Ireland's got really big gnarly waves on the west coast. And I'll tell you my Ireland story. The reason I picked Mick's too, because he's from Ireland. There's a little homeboy blood there. So the great grandma was in a convent. This is the family story. Was in a convent in Ireland. This is epic. She escaped the convent in Ireland and went to the Oklahoma land grab. And of course, then she escaped the convent, went to Oklahoma, and then started up the family in Oklahoma and said, you know, I don't think she was a Catholic anymore after that. That's an awesome story, right out of Ireland to Oklahoma. And that's my dad's side of the family, half of the dad's sides of the family. I don't know if that was my dad's mom's family or the dad's family, but I know that happened and it's hilarious. I wish I could read your comments, but yeah, so Mick's getting in on that one because of the grandma. Fled to convent. Okay. Next up, number 3. Kalani Kaloan. Hey Dave, I'm an HVAC tech for 3 years. I will be happy to see you at 1 million subscribers. Bing! Winner. About the book. I'm an HVAC installer and need to learn more about the trade, so the book will help me learn more of this great job. Alright, Kalani, you're in the finals. Kalani. Next up in the finals is Big Nate. Let's find Big Nate's comment. Big Nate, you're a finalist. You must have said something good. Hey, let me say this while I'm looking up Big Nate's comment. If any one of you would have put down your address and just said, mail me the book, I'm the winner, I would have done it. So there you know for next time. Big Nate, yo Dave, in June I'm making my first anniversary of commercial refrigeration and all other things HVAC. I have used your videos to advance my learning and once hid in the van and watched your H.V.A.C 3-beat video as it was what I was working on that day. Things a little slow in Ohio, so these are good times to attend webinars from RSCS, watch H.V.A.C videos from the great pool of collaborators we have, and read up on material to make oneself a little better at our trade. Good luck and stay safe out there, man. I've watched Craig's videos at work. I've watched Gray Furnace Man's videos at work. And we watched Steve Lab's videos. We had a big lunch break one time, and I was able to get my phone to go in this break room up to the big TV, and we watched Labs for like a half hour. It was epic, dude. So good. So yeah, the YouTube thing is really cool. Okay, next up on the list is Vanessa Weiss. And let's see what Vanessa said. Hey Dave, my husband has been watching your videos for a while now, and I've been listening as he watches, and I admit it was your catchy tune in the beginning of your videos that had me intrigued. Ha ha. Ding ding ding. Winner. We love the lurkers. That being said, while he was watching the latest video, I heard about the giveaway. He's been in the trade a little over the year. He's totally invested in learning as much as he can. It has been pretty cool watching him grow and start the whole new trade. He's got a lot of passion. Now we can't go into a grocery store without him looking at a freezer setup, etc. I know he would appreciate these books. Keep it cool. Yep, that was like me on my videos when I was in Japan. I was looking at everything that was refrigeration or air conditioning. I totally get it. That's what happens to us. Also, Vanessa, if you're watching this, just so you know, I've done this for, this is my 33rd year, and for you poor ladies that have to be the spouses of the men of refrigeration or vice versa, your friends are going to be heading to the lake on Friday after work because they have a time when they get off work on Friday. HVAC guys, refrigeration guys, there's no set time when you get off work. Just a heads up. So, what we used to do, was I'd have the wife take the kids, and they could leave any time of the day on Friday. Then I would head up to where everybody was camping or going to the lake or a family gathering. I would come up when I got off work, whenever that time come, which was usually between on a Friday in summertime. If it was slow, between like 6 or 7 at night, and if it was balls out, you know, you'd get off work at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. That was normal on a Friday. So if you can put up with that, Vanessa, that's the heads up. Last, we got two more. Two more. City HVACR. You made it to the finals. Let's find your comment. Let's find City. See, I knew where those ones are at. I'm not sure where City's comment is. But I could paraphrase it real quick because City had a Dyna. Homeboy's got a Dyna, so he's in it. He made it to the finals. He's riding a Harley, he's got Dyna. Then the last but not least, this one's pretty good, is HVACR rookie. Hey Dave, been in the trade 2 years. After 25 years of working in the restaurant business, I decided I needed a stable career. 25 years in the restaurant business. Became an HVACR refrigeration guy. Hey, hats off to you, man. So he's seen every side of it. You guys know how it is. We come in there, we got to work when the cooks are there. They hate us being there, and we hate being there. So that's really. You guys ever worked on a cook's line and it's rush hour in the kitchen? Those guys hate us, and you have to fix your stuff. And they don't want you there. We don't want to be there. You guys know the drill. It gets real interesting. The techs that used to come repair equipment seemed happy, and I spoke with them every time. And I sparked the interest. I'm currently in school part-time and work the other in a trade as a residential and light commercial AC, working on getting a degree. I have 1 year left refrigeration, so I put the book and material to good use. Anyways, rock on the videos, man. Just leave the bike videos here. Well, finalist right there. Leave the bike videos on one channel. I love it. All right, so let me get the scissors and we'll do some cutting up into the hat. And the first name going in is going to be Ruben's name. I got him right here. I'll show you guys this. Name number 1, Ruben Mendez. You're in the hat. Name number 2, Mike O'Neill. I don't wear O'Neill wetsuits anymore. I like the XLs from Hawaii. The rubber seems better. Mike O'Neill, you're going in the hat. Vanessa Weiss. Here's Vanessa's. You're going in the hat. Kalani Kalon, you're going in the hat. Kalani, you're in the hat. Who's next in the hat? Big Nate is going in the hat. Oh, I didn't show you Big Nate's. Big Nate's going in the hat. City, HVACR, Dyna Rider, you're going in the hat. There's Cities. I don't know if you guys can see that. City's in the hat too. And we got H.V.A.C.R. rookie. I can't believe that guy used to work in the kitchen and actually got into refrigeration. That's really cool. I love hearing stories like that. H.V.A.C.R. rookie's in the hat. We'll put the hat right here. It doesn't want to stay there. Who else does? Oh, I had 2 other names on here. Some funny stuff. All right, a touch of ADD. I know you're watching. You said something funny about your mom there. I didn't teach your mom nothing. The only thing I taught your mom was how to bend over. Smack that ass. I'm cracking myself up. Oh. I got Shannon Knight HVAC on here because Shannon makes really good videos. If you guys do, I wanted to give him a pump out. Yeah, Shannon, I wanted to pump you out with the ultra pleasure vibe. No, Shannon's videos are really good, man. I really enjoy watching Shannon's videos. So it's Shannon Knight H.V.A.C. On YouTube. Brother could use some subscribers over there. He's doing a good job, and I really like his channel. When Shannon's videos come up, I always watch. We always banter back and forth with each other with the comedy on the comments. But he's had some good videos lately with the new field piece, the SC480, I think it is. And that meter looks really good, and he's done a good job showing that on his channel. And he's real thorough. So Shannon, props to you. ADD, don't get pissed off, dude. You put the comment up there. Come on, man. Come on. Don't get all butthurt. You put the comment up there. I can find it and read it for everybody. So that's all right. All right, so we got all the names. We'll toss them around. We're giving them a good toss. Okay, they're in there. I can't see them. This is going to be for the big win. Someone smash the like button. Someone smash the like button for me. Let's give them another toss around. Someone smash the like button. Someone ask me a question. Can you guys see them all in there? They're all in there. One winner. Should we do it? Let's count it down. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I grabbed 3. Who is it? Vanessa Weiss. You need to get me your address so I can send you the gear. I'll put the iPad on so I can check out the comments and interact with everybody. If for some reason, let's pull a second one in case for some reason Vanessa Weiss doesn't contact me in a decent amount of time. This will be our runner-up. I'll let you guys decide how long is a decent amount of time on the comments. We'll take a poll here. Runner-up will be Big Nate. So if she doesn't get a hold of me, then it'll be Big Nate. Let me turn the thing on. See how everyone's doing. I hope that was fair enough for everybody. Let's see. Oh, hey, do you guys know if Vanessa Weiss is in the comments? I need your address. Izzy Hernandez called it. Hey, how long should we give the winner before we go to the backup winner? What do you guys think? Oh, she's here. Greg says she's here. All right, Vanessa. So, you probably don't want to put your address on here. If you do Instagram, you can private message me. My Instagram is Rasta1Kicker, Kikker. Or I could give you my email also. Yeah, I didn't even say congratulations. Congratulations, Vanessa. Yeah. Congratulations. You're going to be a HVACR widow. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. It's tough on you ladies. We end up working a lot. We make good money. Make a lot of good money. Refrigeration guys work a lot. The AC guys, if they could do commercial AC, you can kind of have a life. So I don't want to scare you off too bad. Oh, there you are, Vanessa. Hey, if you're on Instagram, if you wanna, you can DM me, if that's easier, or I gotta figure out a way to get your address so everybody doesn't see your address. You can give me a hint on here too. I could give you my email address. I don't mind giving out my email because it's a Gmail account, so it's pretty basic. Okay, yeah, my Instagram is It's Rasta 1, the number 1. So it's RASTA 1 KIKKER is my Instagram. Just let me know. Hey, it's Vanessa from YouTube's. And congratulations. Woohoo! We should probably play a celebratory song. Oh, yeah. How could I forget? Bing! Bing, bing, bing. Oh, these cards are amazing. Here, let's do this. I'm not going to give you close-ups because that wouldn't be fair to Craig because he's put a lot of years into making this stuff in his career. But just from a distance, it's going to show you how to hook stuff up. I have a set of these that I'm putting in my truck too. If I'm not going to lie to you guys, if I had this stuff in 1987 when I started, I'd have been a decent mechanic instead of a hack. I'm not kidding. You read these books and then you hook up Measure Quick with the probes. And you can learn a lot from Measure Quick if you read everything on Measure Quick and what you're testing and what you're setting up. And then you have some theory from the books. You'll pick this stuff up pretty damn quick. I mean, nowadays we should be able to get through a residential system if you take the time to look at the ductwork. The biggest thing I would always find when I was a rookie, we did a lot of track home air conditioning service calls, and the return air was always too small. But I had an old timer that told me, "Hey man, you're going to have airflow problems. The return airs are too small in these track houses." If you can get a grip of airflow, then Measure Quick, and then these books with charging procedures and service procedures should be able to get through a residential air conditioner pretty good and bring the homeowner some comfort in summertime. Confidently, even if you're just getting started. But you got to look at the whole picture. Like I always talk about on my channel about multiple offenders. If you get out to a job and you honestly only find one problem with it, you had a good service call. If you dig deep and you look at everything, you'll probably find a few more problems. Is it practical sometimes though for the homeowner to have a list of all these issues that you find? Probably not. And you probably got 4 calls in the hole, so you're probably going to fix the obvious and boogie on. And I don't have a problem with that when it's busy, because I've been there and I've had to do that. But if you do get the time to dig into stuff, you'll find more than just one problem sometimes. And that's what's going to separate you from, being a hustler or an HVAC mechanic. What do you guys think about that? Was that pretty heavy? First thing Casey checked out when he moved into his house was his ductwork. I did the same thing, bro. And check this out. I crawled under the house. My main water line had one hanger, bro. One. I was under there. The wife's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I gotta strap this pipe up." Yeah, one hanger. One hanger on a brand new house. Back in 05. Yep. Jerry's kids put my plumbing in. It was the owner of the company. His name was Jerry. And we used to joke around in town and call them Jerry's kids. Remember the old sticker, Jerry's kids don't skate? That was fucked up. You guys remember that one, the punk rock one? My dog will continue to eat Walmart food. Sorry, Matt. Hey, you know who else ate Walmart food? Was Tiger King's staff. They ate all the thrown out Walmart meat. That Tiger King series was, dude, that's just burned into my mind. I wish I would have never watched that now. I think me and Joe would have got along good together. Me and old Joe Exotic would have been bros. He liked to sing songs too. Yeah, he did. All right, Scott. I'll throw some stickers in the kit, Scott. I got your message there. Not a problem. I'll do that. You want me to show the boys your stickers, Scott? I got them. They're right here in the garage. Let me grab a couple. Here, can you guys There's Scott's stickers. Can you guys see those? Zachary, I got your comment from Santa Cruz. You're in Texas now. Preventive maintenance, why? Because it ain't cheaper after dark. Those are, Scott sent me a bunch of stickers. They're really good. I can't sell a preventive maintenance before the crisis. They ain't gonna sell one now after the crisis, that's for sure. I noticed, although I did, so that job I did yesterday, that video I had out yesterday, I hope you guys all watched it and smashed the like button. I was at a fast food place that had a drive-up window. It was in the town over from my town. The hippies here in my town, they don't let them have drive-thrus. I got one Burger King with a drive-thru. McDonald's, Taco Bell's, no drive-thrus. They've tripled their business during this thing. They're killing it. They had to hire staff. They're so busy. But it's a chain. It's a chain place. Joe Exotic would have liked Dave more when he's in his Speedo. Shannon, you're epic, dude. I hope I just got you 300 subscribers, bro. Yeah, Vanessa, there's a couple different stickers. I'll throw a couple of each in there when I mail. I'm gonna try and mail it out tomorrow. I should have time, if not Wednesday for sure. I'll have time Wednesday, absolutely, to go to the UPS store. I need to read the comments. Kyle liked the jacket. So how'd you guys like that format? Was that pretty cool? I gave away one of Craig's books. I bought 2 books, but I didn't need 2 sets. I thought it was cool to give one away. If you're in air conditioning and you're a young tech, his videos will make you a better service technician. The AC Service Tech YouTube channel, it's off the charts good. It's for real. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's doing that for a living, like 100%. I'm not sure about that, but as good as that channel is, and as well as it's produced and the information that's in it, I would have to believe that's his full-time job. And he's doing a great service. I think what he does is better than trade school. I mean, it's right there in your face, going through. He goes through each component on that channel. Super in depth, but in a blue collar way. I'm a I talk blue collar. I don't have a real good command of the English language, if you haven't noticed. My grammar's terrible. Don't ask me to spell anything. Dude, if I had to spell to save my life, dude, just let me choke on the lead, bro. The party would be over. Oh, I'm pretty good at math, though. My math is pretty good. My kids do really well at math. Really well. Ken Hammer's on Hammer Time. Yeah, Ray. AC Service Tech has acservicetech.com, and he has a Facebook channel and a YouTube channel. And I asked him to make a mini split book. I've been emailing him, kind of begging almost. I almost feel embarrassed. I think our trade, especially us refrigeration guys, I'm not gonna lie. How often do we come across a VRV system or a mini split for troubleshooting? Us refrigeration guys. Honestly, a handful of times a year. Now I get to work. I got over 100 of them at the day job. It's all Daikin stuff though. Man, they spec Daikin for everything up there. And I got VRV3s, VRV4s, all heat recovery stuff. And tons of just the regular, just cooling only units. And but regular refrigeration guys, how often are we going to come across mini splits or variable volume units with the heat recovery? Not too often. And there's different brands, and the different brands that do different things. And I think there'd be a huge market for a mini split book, just to give us a couple different brands. Well, that'd be yeah, you got to go through Mitsubishi and Daikin, probably the 2. And then the residential, just the basic residential units. But the heat recovery units is where you can have multiple heads, and some can heat, some can cool. Some use a branch box, some don't. I know Daikin's, their compressors, they don't use polyester oil. They use, I think it's polyvinyl, PVE oil, polyvinyl ester, PVE. I had to think about that. But us refrigeration guys, maybe we don't work on those a lot. A book would be super helpful on the mini split department. Probably getting repetitive because I'm trying to think while I'm talking. Sorry about that. Yeah, the Gree units. So there's Mitsubishi Electric and there's Gree that makes them for everybody. Is that right? And then is it Gree that makes them for Daikin? You guys could comment. I'm not sure. Richard from Las Vegas, Nevada, wants to know where I can get those AC procedures you talked about and show the book. Richard, you can get those at acservicetech.com or go to Amazon and look up AC Service Tech, refrigerant charging and service procedures. Everything's on Amazon, man. NorCal Dane will be on Amazon probably for sale one day. Good. He's got more than just that book. He has other books to read too. See, Shannon would like to know more about mini splits and inverters. How come mini split condensers don't have brazen type service valves? That's a great question too. There'd be less leaks. Yeah, all the mini splits, the flare connections leak. So when I worked for the union shop in town, we did a lot. We sold Mitsubishi and Fujitsu were the two brands we sold. We did a ton of server rooms, a ton of ATM rooms, and I put all those systems in myself. I would always cut the flares to the indoor units out and braze them in. Mitsubishi does not want you to do that. Oh, Ralph's not watching. Sorry, Ralph. Yeah, we would cut those out, purge nitrogen, and braze the indoor units. So we'd never have a leak, especially if it was a server room or a ATM room. We'd always put 2 units in for redundancy. And then at the outdoor unit, you'd always have to flare it. There was always a flare on the outdoor unit. And I think the zoom lock would be good. I can't believe I'm saying this to everybody. But for the mini split application, you're not supposed to be brazing on those units. Yeah, the zoom lock's probably a good fit for mini splits. We'll have to see how long that zoom lock stuff lasts, but for that application, it makes sense. I would totally endorse that. But I did a whole Mitsubishi City multi-unit. You can twin and triple those units together and get crazy tonnages. And then doing the addressing for the heads that's a whole nother world. It's fun times, let me tell you. But I did that whole system, probably 20. There was over 20 heads, and I brazed all those. And I think to this day I've never had a leak on the line set to the inside. I know that for a fact. But I brazed all those. And you're not supposed to do that because you can contaminate all the valves in the system. Even if they don't even want you purging nitrogen. They don't want torches on their systems at Mitsubishi. So I'm not going to endorse you guys doing that. I'm just going to tell you what I did because I did it. But hey, it all worked out. No liquid line dryers on mini splits either. You're not going to put dryers on your line sets. It's all in the unit. Shannon says they think flares are the better way to go. So that was over 10 years ago. The only flaring tool I could find 10 years ago that was actually a 410A flare, 45 degree flare, was my boss bought that tool and he still has it from the old shop. It was the yellow jacket flaring tool, the blue one. And it was a nice flaring tool. It had the stock for it, for the pipe, and it made the actual 45 degree flares. Now they have the orbital flaring tools. You got to have those. It's a different flare than our old refrigeration flares. The angle on the flare. What's our old refrigeration flares? 33 degrees? Something like that. And on the mini splits, those are 45 degree flares. That's just a heads up. Keep you out of a pickle, but get an orbital flaring tool. The NAVAC one's really nice. I'm probably gonna drop $100 on that thing myself. I don't. I used to get a couple free tools doing this, but I probably got a little too goofy, and those guys went, cut that guy off. I was a bit honest. You know, when the field piece probes came out, come on, that app sucked. The probes were fine, but the app sucked. Well, they fixed it, and it's good. And I would recommend the field piece probes over the Testo probes. The field piece recovery unit's good. The Mr. 45 is good, but I think the NAVAC Nerd is a little bit better, but it's heavier. There's a give and take on everything. I'm just rattling off the free tools I got. They sent me the NAVAC cordless vacuum pump. I'm still using it on little units. I thought at first just 2 batteries wasn't enough, and then I had to correct myself. So I probably shot myself in the foot with those guys on that. What else have I done? What else? Oh, UEI's never given me a thing, but dude, I promote that meter. That DL429B kicks ass. It's I only have the 429. I haven't even bought the B yet, but the B you can use with mini splits and stuff. But my 429 kicks butt, dude. It hasn't had a glitch. And I know I've had that for 3 or 4 years now, and it works killer. It hasn't worn out. People were worried if the lettering was gonna rub off the knobs and all that stuff. That never happened. It's working great. I like that. Later, apartment maintenance. Catch you later. Later, Rich. I gotta read what Ray did. I'm behind. Fujitsu. Yep. Shannon, that's what we installed. Fujitsu's and Mitsubishi's. Good stuff. The Fujitsu's lasted as good as the Mitsubishi's. They really did. They really did. Oh, Scott's getting the 429 Bravo. There you go. Big Nate, you were runner up, dude. You were runner up, Big Nate. You almost had the book, bro. Almost. The Smurf boner set a trend. I gotta get those 90 angle fittings for my refrigeration units. I don't use it as much as I should. I'm still using my 3/8 yellow jackets where it's 3/8 on one end, 3/8 tube, and then 1/4 inch fitting on the other end. Because I can get them in on the tight little refrigeration units. I need to spend some money and get those 90-degree fittings for the Smurf boner. I did use the Smurf boner on the mini split video the other day because I had room for it off the core tool. And that unit's working good. We checked in with that guy. So it's been like a week and a half, and they're totally stoked. Everything's working. They just needed a little knowledge and 11 pounds less refrigerant. How many of you guys knew that on those mini split type systems, the reason you can dump so much gas in there and they're not blowing up is because the compressor's not going to go over. It's not going to go over maximum amps with the logic that's in those units. So it'll just ramp the compressor down. And then if you're adding gas and you're looking at suction pressure, it might only have been running at 30%. And then your suction pressure is going to be low. So you can't really look at your suction pressure. There's a lot on those mini splits. I need to get better at it for sure. I would love to get tricked out on the electronics. I'll tell you guys how I get through all these Daikin units at my day job. Sometimes I call Tom Powell because he works on a lot and he'll talk me through it. But I shouldn't say it because I don't want you guys calling him and bugging him. He's busy at work. He's just a technician. I'll call service, man. Tech support. And they've gotten me through most of those units, and it's just a way of doing business now. You know, I rack my brain, I check the codes, use my phone, the internet, I get as far as I can, and then you just got to bite the bullet and call tech support. And I do that quite a bit on those units. I got no shame. And, you know, the main thing is to get the thing fixed and working, right? Ray, there is no books on mini splits yet. What I was saying is I've been asking Craig if he would make a mini split book, since he's like the bookmaker guy. I think there would be a market for it. I'd buy one for sure. I'd buy it in a heartbeat. Um, I don't know how busy a guy like that is, or how it works, or how much if manufacturers would give the information to someone that's making a book for profit. I don't know how any of that works. I think there'd be a market there, though. What do you guys think? Would you guys be interested in a book like that? Yep, Ray, me too. I'm in for Craig making it. The way his, if you guys haven't seen his book, the print's big. It comes off in blue collar, uh, or I should say like layman's terms. It's easy to understand. I've read some tech books where it's just like, dude, come on, guy. I don't need all this trying to be super smart scientist stuff in my book for refrigeration. I want to learn it, you know. I want to learn it how it applies to me. I understand there's vocabulary and all this stuff, but sometimes I don't need it. And this Craig's books come across really, really user friendly. Big time. R20, I think R22 is 360 a jug, bro. I think that's reasonable. I don't buy it. I haven't bought 22 for years. I don't know what the hang up was, but I don't do a lot of residential air conditioning either. So my refrigeration units that were running on R22 that were medium temp, I switched all those over to 407C. And I would either do it, it's in my videos where I've done it on air conditioners. I'll buy that product that's that bridge for the oil. I'll dump that in there. Sometimes I would dump some POE oil on top of the mineral oil. Believe it or not, all those units are still running. I haven't lost one compressor from that, and I've done it all over town, all over the place. A lot of air conditioning, I've put the 407C in, did the same thing. I've got videos on my channel. I'll buy that product that's the oil bridge, which is probably just POE oil in a can. Those units are all operational and running, working just fine. So to this day on my truck, I still keep 404A, 134A, 407C, and 410A. And then if I have to go get the 448A, the new gas that everyone's using for the refrigeration, I'll just go buy that when I need it. Right now I don't have it on the van, so I just run 4 tanks. And I've done that, gosh, you can go back to the beginning of my YouTube channel. I've been doing that for years, squeaking by. I wish they would just get together and make one refrigerant for everything. I don't understand why they don't do that. It just makes so much sense. One tank in the truck, recovery cylinders would never get contaminated, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. It would just be, wouldn't that make it so simple? One refrigerant for everything. It would just, man, that would be the dream. 362 in Connecticut. What are my thoughts about 427A? Never used it. I have no thoughts on it. I've never even tried it. So I don't know yet. Yeah, it would be too easy to have one refrigerant. Chris Cooley, what's up, man? What's happening? We gave away the AC Service Tech books tonight. Vanessa Weiss won the books, and hopefully I'll get her address and I'll get them mailed out to her for her husband. I thought that was really cool. We had like, I don't know, 5 or 7 finalists, and that was pretty good. Wow, $500 for 22 in Ontario. What else do we got? I'm trying to read the comments. Sorry about the lapse there. I got the iPad going with the comments. I did it earlier. Were you guys watching earlier when I was doing my kung fu movies? Hey, you want to fight? Fight me. um, Weaver Maintenance asks 448A. I think they're using it for medium and low temp here. It's so California says they give us a choice of two refrigerants if it's 50% more of the equipment being replaced. Now most guys aren't abiding by that, but we're supposed to. So if it's a new install, it's 448A for the freezers and for the walk-ins, the medium temp. And that's true too at the university I work at. All the new stuff is 448A. I used it last year on a walk-in job we did where everything was new. It's the only place I have it right now. Medium temp walk-in box. I don't think I've done any jobs that were, big enough to switch over. The price of that stuff's crazy. 448A's, it's the same price as R22. I can get 44A for $1.40 a jug. It's crazy. You should see changing out air conditioners or furnaces in California is nuts too. If you have to get the ducts tested, I did a couple package units last summer, and I had to get the permits for them, so I had to do the duct testing. None of them were going to pass the duct testing. So the cost to the customer, and what they're doing for permits here, and my duct testing, you can't get the permit until it passes the duct testing. The price for the end user at the end, I don't even want to tell you guys. Brutal. So it's just, nuts. Electro freeze. God, we did electro freeze back in the day of the soft serves. That was a long time ago. I honestly wouldn't know how to work on an electro freeze right now. I used to do a lot of Taylor machines too back in the 90s. But I don't even know if I can remember how to get through the Taylor machines. I'd have to jump on it. And it would have to be the old ones. The new ones, I don't even know what they're doing with their logic on the Taylor machines now. But Taylor has their own guys that come out and do it. So we have Taylor machines at the university, and then we just call Taylor freeze out. But I used to wrench on them. Yeah, hey Chris, what are you guys paying for 448A in SoCal? It's about, I think the last time I checked it was like $360 up here for a jug. Super expensive. Yeah, the belt tension on the Taylor machines. Then it would know the thickness of the product. You were looking for like 18 degrees. I remember that part. 18-degree product temp. And then the end users would never change out the blades or do their little maintenance kits, so it wasn't even scraping the cylinder walls right. Oh, it was always a nightmare with freaking Taylor machines. Chris is in, Felipe's in the house. What's up, Felipe? Did you get some calls today? Did you get some work in there? I only had work at the day job today. NorCal didn't have any calls today. JCC 3279 got himself a new Goodman unit in, and it's freezing him out. That's good, man. Oh, Chris only pays $290 for the jug of 448A from RSD. You probably buy more stuff than me. You probably got better tier pricing. Last time I checked, yeah, it was like $360. So I put in the 404 unit. You know that was going to happen. $350 in Cleveland for 448A. Chris is getting super pricing. I'm paying the same price as Cleveland. Did I go to a wedding today? No, man. I'm going to wear the suit tomorrow. I'm going to do a little interview on Instagram for some motorcycle stuff. So I thought I'd break it out tonight for the show. We gave away the books. Vanessa Weiss won the books for her husband. I thought that was nice. And the runner-up was, Big Nate was our runner-up. Super Big Nate. Runner-up. This new 410A system blows my R22 unit out of the water. Did you do anything to your ductwork? Did you upsize your ductwork or anything, your return? Or did you use the same ductwork? The new coils and it being TXV, the air conditioning systems are way better than the old ones. It's all about efficiency. All this stuff is all efficiency stuff. Woohoo! Ivan, did I win anything? Sorry, Ivan. Everything was given away already. That unit I worked on yesterday was so hammered. Because I fixed the leak, I gave him my price today, but it's not gonna go anywhere, dude. They're gonna run that thing till that thing's 12 midnight and everything was ruined. You know how it works. He's got 2 boxes there that need new condensing units and new coils. So I even took the approach of, man, let's get both of these tidied up, you know? I'm gonna be there all day. I could probably get both boxes done in a day if I'm humping. And so I told him you could probably save a little bit on labor. If I'm going to be there all day, I'll get you a price. And it's going to go nowhere. You guys know how that goes. But let's see. Sounds like pouring rain there, dude. Oh, did my audio go to shit? Sorry about that. It should be still the same. So Angela wants to know if how often do TXVs go bad? On the refrigeration side, I'm not talking about all the new setup for air conditioning. Not very often. You will come across them. Failing, the cap tubes will rub and break. That happens. The system, they'll get gummed up over time if the condensers aren't cleaned. But for the most part, on refrigeration, the expansion valves have been pretty reliable. I was talking earlier about the Danfoss the flare Danfoss valves that take the little cartridges for the sizing. Those have been really good in refrigeration systems. We've been using them for over 20 years. And I can count on my hands how many times they failed, and usually you can get away with just changing the cartridge unless the cap tube off the power head going to the bulb. If it rubs on something and breaks, party's over on those because the power heads were changeable, but the TXV issue on refrigeration hasn't been that bad, in my opinion. Cap tubes will plug up now a bunch on prep tables. There's a lot of plugged up cap tubes because it's all because of lack of maintenance because the condensers aren't getting clean. And then you get high head, the oil breaks down, plugs up the cap tubes. Real common for the cap tubes to plug up on refrigeration units. I can laugh at myself and tell you guys how many times did I try to take a shortcut. change the compressor and roll the dice. The cap tube was still good, and just bone myself to the max. I get a million times to the point where you just beat yourself down and go, look, you're changing the compressor, change cap tube, man. Get in there and do it. Save yourself the heartache. You know, I've done that. Not gonna lie about it. Felipe likes the Danfoss valves. You know those valves are good, Felipe, and they're not that expensive. And you can carry one valve with all the cartridges and cover so much ground for a truck stop. It's crazy. Here's another trick too. So I gotta make a video on this for you guys. I'll get, and I should have done it when I had the box open. In my Danfoss box, I'll put the swivel nuts in there. So swivel nuts are the pre-made flares that have the swedge on the end. You can buy them at the wholesale house. They have them all the sizes: 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch, 5/8. I keep those in the box with the Danfoss TXV valve body and a bunch of the different size cartridges. And the valve body I've been stocking is the 404A valve body because that's what most of the units are that I'm working on. You can tighten up the swivel nuts onto the valve body. Now it's a sweat-in valve when you get to that point. So you can fit it in there, cut the pipes, go ahead and take the swivel nuts off the valve, sweat them in, because you don't want to cook the TXV while you're brazing. Now you got all your flare connections are there, fitted where they go, and then you can put the valve in. If you're going from like a sweat valve to that flare Danfoss valve. And the next time I come across a dead one, I usually just get in work mode and I don't film it. I'll do that for you guys, and you can see how changing out a TXV like on a walk-in box to one of those type valves, it's not that big of a deal. You can really make it easy on yourself and end up with a good system right there. NorCal's tip of the day. How about the Danfoss TXVs on Delfields? Yeah, those are a pain in the butt to get to. How do you like getting to those things? All those Delfield reach-ins, dude, it's going to be a time consumer. It doesn't matter if you're doing the thermostat probes, the evaporator fan motors, especially if it's like the drawer units. I had a video on the drawer unit. My video was probably only 7 to 10 minutes long, but I was probably there, I'm not going to kid, 3-4 hours? Easy. You make a career out of those Delfield drawer units. Felipe's going surfing. He's got a brand new thong. Where's my Speedo at? My Speedo's got to go in the wash, dude. I think it's got a dookie stain, Felipe. Dude, I can't be rolling the Speedo with a dookie stain, dude. It ain't gonna work, bro. It just ain't gonna work. Oh, Felipe says changing the probes on the beverage area under counters is a pain. Hey, how about all those bars that bought the R290 units? Put the under counter. I've seen this at probably 6 places now. They put the new coolers in the bars, right? And then built the bar up. Bro, when that thermostat dies, how are you getting that cooler out to change the thermostat? Think about it. The refrigerator has to come out. You have to get to the back of that fridge to change those thermostats. Or the condenser fan motor. Because all that R290 stuff, all that stuff's in the back for being spark proof. The old units, it was all in the front. Remember, the condenser unit would slide out the front. The thermostat was inside the case. They would put the unit in the bar, build the bar around it. I looked at this one guy's bar and I told him, bro, you better get the carpenters on payroll. Because when this needs maintenance or fixed, how are you getting it out? You're not getting it out. Have you guys thought about that yet? Have you came across that? I'm just curious. Oh, thanks, Chris, for the 17. Thank you very much. Ray, no, these units aren't on rollouts, bro. These are built into the bar. It's kind of how they do it out here. Have you came across that, Chris, where they're putting these 290 R290 units, like the true bottle coolers in the bars, building the bars around it? You'll never get those coolers out for service. I mean, they're gonna have to take the bar apart. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be crazy. Felipe just had that call 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Felipe, we're screwed. Big Nate, I've already worked on a ton of those atrocious units. Um, the video I had a few years back, that guy, I've worked on every single one of those units. Every evaporator coil's leaked. Um, the good news is the replacement coils at RHS aren't very expensive. And these guys they're having me fix them, so I knew it was going to happen. But what was the one I had? I just worked on one last Friday. Oh, I came across another leaky evaporator coil last Friday. Yeah, it was on a two-door TOSA reach-in. We did the gas and go on it, and she's still waiting to see what she wants to do with the price of the coil changeout. That unit's three-year-old unit, I think, something like that. I told her to call them for warranty. I don't deal with any warranties on those, and I haven't heard back from her. But I told her evaporator leaks. Here's my price, but check with the people that sold it to you to see if there's warranty on that coil. We'll have to see. Dave loves the jacket. Thanks, Dave. Chris's unit was able to roll it out. Yeah, Chris, you'll find like these, if you get a call in a bar somewhere and these guys have built a bar around the coolers or they've changed them out to new ones. And let's say the front of the cooler's right here and then the bar is this far, just enough room for the bartenders to walk back and forth and then the bar, right? There's not even enough room to slide the coolers out if you could slide them out. Most of them are built in. Because remember, the old coolers, everything came out from the front and the thermostat was inside the box. You'd never have to pull the actual case out. It's good. I was going to sneeze. It's going to be it's going to be real expensive and a real chore on some of these guys. It'll probably end up being night work. It'll be night work, pulling it out, working with carpenters, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. I'll probably just walk. So I'm in a spot I could probably just walk on it. Hey, you need to call somebody else. This is going to be gnarly. Or call me when you got the fridge pulled out is probably how it'll really go. I'm not going to turn away from a buck. I'll probably go, hey, get your carpenters, get the thing pulled out, call me when it's out. It's probably how I'll approach it. I'm thinking about it while I'm talking. Baby back ribs with barbecue sauce. Yeah, I think we have a local barbecue place. It's still open, but you got to go pick your stuff up. It's all pick up, but no one's eating out. I got so many mom and pop restaurants that the doors are closed. Um, they don't open this thing back up soon. I don't know what to think, dude. My county only has 133 cases of COVID, only 2 deaths for 350,000 people. And this last go round, they said the shelter in place is indefinite. They're not giving an end date. I don't know what's going on, but there's going to be a lot of people out of work. I start thinking of the bigger picture too. It's not just United States; the whole world shut down. So as that trickles along for a couple months, I mean, how broke and how bad are things really going to get? We don't even know. We haven't even started yet. Everyone's still on coronation. So Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. This is gonna be a trip. This will be a trip for sure. Ray Ray says all the IHOPs are closing. Wow. Maybe they're gonna file bankruptcy and do like a regroup or something. Angelo made a good comment. So his company, they're not blowing coils out with nitrogen anymore. They're going to wash them out with water. Um, that makes sense to me. Less crap in the air. I've, I've, did I ever tell you guys my why I always wash the coils out with the pump sprayer story? Might have. I bought a case of cupcakes one time. Yeah, the whole case. Because guess you know who blew the coil out? Yeah, and guess where all the dust went? It went on the cupcakes. And I didn't get to hand an invoice over that day. I got to pay an invoice. That was yeah. I changed my whole approach to cleaning coils. She let me off easy though. It was weird. It was only like $350 is all she charged me. $350 for a whole case of cupcakes. Like I was trying to figure out how they paid the rent. But yeah, that's old NorCal Dave did that one. I still remember. I was so proud of myself getting that coil so clean, and then she's like, "Dude, look at my cupcakes." And I took a look at them, and I was like, "Wow, oh man!" And I bought every one of those, and they went in the trash. Oh, and then I got the pump sprayer thing going, and that was probably in late '90s. I did that in the late '90s, '98 or '99. I still remember. It was downtown Santa Cruz, and I've been washing out coils with water ever since. Oh shit! I can tell you guys of all my screw ups, dude. Oh yep. It was a condenser coil on a display case, but she had the back open, so I was blowing it from the front, and so all the dust went in the back, but it went up and in the back and around, and I don't think she might have had a fan going, and it blew it all right in the case. And just, dude, I looked at what I had done and I was like, dude, you're stupid. How did you know? Look at the whole picture, guy. It's I was a little bit younger back then, not as smart. Those are the ones you never forget. What else did I blow up? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I did. I did like everybody else. I probably wired a couple 480 volt motors for 208 back in the day when I was probably like in the early like 90, 89, 90. I'd been in the trade for a couple years and then went to wire in some three-phase motors and probably wired it for 208, 230 when it was 480 volts. That didn't work out too good. And I learned real quick to check that. That was probably a small paycheck that week too. Uh, yeah, you never forget those ones though. Isn't that great? I had a unit one time. I had a call for a window shaker at a house at a residence. I was working for the shop in town, and I get there, and this chick answers the door. She's totally naked, and she's got the baby on one boob. She thought it was her old man coming home from the store. He never told her that he called for service on the air conditioner. I must have been, I was probably 20 years old, so I was nervous as shit. You know, super geeky, nerdy guy, naked lady, feeling weird already. Ah, fuck. I'm here to fix the air conditioner. Ah, whatever. The old man comes home. Now he's all pissed because I saw his chick naked. They start arguing. I'm trying to fix this piece of junk window shaker that's got a dead motor, you know, the double shafted motor on those. So I got the thing pulled out of the house, ripped apart. They're they're going at it, barking. I get it fixed, and me, I always like to laugh at shit, so I'm having a great time. I'm listening and I'm laughing. And I think the boss brought me the motor. He might have went and fetched the motor at John Stone's for me. I changed the motor out, get it all back together, do a nice job, get all the trim back on it. And then I get to hand the guy the bill, dude, and he's still fuming. It was so good. Oh, dude, back then that was like a 500 bucker tag back then too. That was a big ticket. Oh man! So I got to hear him lose his S and get 500 out of that guy. Oh, that was good. Oh. Felipe, I did tell you. Is the audio still sucking real bad? Dude, when I got in the trade, we could use the R12 to blow out condensers. There's no laws against it. So we would have the 50-pound jugs of R12 on the truck, and we didn't have the nitrogen tank or the CO2 tank. We used the R12 to blow the coils out in the 80s. Sure did. Oh man. Oh. Oh, my audio. My audio did go to shit. Hey, let's wrap it up for tonight, and we'll do this again one time. My audio did go to shit. Hey, let's
Break,
wrap it up for tonight.
breaker 19.
We'll do this again one time. Listen. Did go to shit. It's like a Chinese movie.
Breaker 19.
I'm having too much fun with this. All right, you guys. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Congratulations to Vanessa. Congratulations to Vanessa Weiss. Fun with this. All right, you guys. Peace out. Thanks for watching. Congratulations. Hold on. Let's take you guys out with a funny song. All right, guys. Peace out. Hold on. I know I got my Reverb Nation on here. Hold on. Let's find a good one. Oh, brother. Content. Songs. Let's see. Take you guys out with a little iced up coil of Titus. I was killing the bass on this one. Alright. Peace out.
Well, you get that call late Friday night and you're headed out on the road. You got a long drive, so your mind is thinking, oh man, oh no. You gauge up on the system and you got no suction and you don't know what to do. Then you go inside the box and you take a look and it's
You know who? Iced up coil of Titus.
iced up coil of Titus. Iced up.
Oh, Felipe. Hold on a second. You want to hear the leak detector song, Felipe? Felipe wants to hear the leak detector song. All right, I made a song about the H10. Here it comes. Do you have an H10, Felipe? You better.
Back of the H10. Back of the H10. I've tried those other detectors, they always let me down. Feel like I wasted my money, making me wanna frown. Ithacon, Yellow Jacket, I've tried the rest, they always let me down. You know what I get?
Back to the H10.
Never lets me down. Ow, back to the H10. Back to the H10. Never lets me
Yeah,
down.
I got
Back to the H10.
Let me turn it down. I got all the songs are on
by that marketing.
This is the best one.
Ain't no leak detector.
Word.
We're gonna get close
To the one.
word.
Word.
I'm trying to look in.
Buy it. I got one lyric in there where I go, buy it. All the songs are on Reverb Nation. Here, let me see if I can show you. I got 51 songs on ReverbNation.com, roster one. It'll have the logo there, so it's ReverbNation.com/roster one. All the downloads are free, so you can stream and download for free. You can make them into ringtones, and I got 51 songs on there, all recorded right here in my garage. They're not produced. It's got to be like 1 or 2 takes only. That's my rule. It's got to be organic. And then all the lyrics are freestyled. I don't write them down. Can you tell? They're pretty bad. Never let me down. Back to the H10.
Really gets me round. Back to the H10. Never lets me down. Back to the H10. Super display at this park's house. You gotta
Get this one.
buy it.
Buy it. That's where it was right there. Buy it.
It'll help you get your jobs done.
It'll help you get your jobs done.
Down your cash and take it.
Well, anyways, that's some funny shit, dude. I have a good time doing that. I hope you guys crack up on that stuff, dude. I hope I hope you guys laugh as much as I do. I crack myself up on those songs. The Iced Up Coilatitis came out pretty good. The YouTube Police one's my favorite. YouTube Police. Remember when everyone would watch your videos and crack your nuts? Hey, you didn't show us your micron gauge. Hey, this, that. Oh, so good. It's some funny stuff, but anyways, I hope you guys all have a good night and everyone's staying safe, man. I'm going to check out. Thanks for tuning in. And shit, I don't have any more content for this week. Maybe I'll take this week off if the phone doesn't ring. Let you guys chill. All right, thank you. Back to the H10.